Hi, everyone. It's Alicia, and today I'm joined again by Guy over at Parcel BI. Guy, how's it going?
Alicia, how are you?
Good, thank you. So this is the beginning of our series. We mentioned this in our last blog about how we're going to be diving in to several different case studies about how Parcel BI has helped different companies, different industries during this ever-changing world that we're living in. A lot of things are changing. There's a lot of new things, and we want to really just let people know how Parcel BI can help you during this and how you guys have really made yourself used to this new landscape that we're in. So we're going to be discussing manufacturers using Parcel BI during this time. So I'm going to turn it right over to you.
Thanks. So the first customer I wanted to talk about, they're a manufacturer of metal products, and they were loyal to a single carrier for many years. Mm-hmm. They had tried one carrier 20 years ago and wasn't successful. So they stayed just focused with one carrier, and that carrier leveraged that relationship, we'll say. So when we first got engaged, they were very trusting of this carrier and just assumed things were in okay shape, but didn't really know. But once they started using our tools, they started seeing some things that began to open their eyes to their spend and expose cost savings opportunities. So even though they said they would never change carriers, we'll find out later on in the story they did. But before they got there, they started using the tools to impact savings. So if you actually look at the first image that I have there, you can see that they first addressed their surcharges. And you see a distinct drop in their charges that they were having. And that's right at the time when they started utilizing Parcel BI. So they started seeing things such as address corrections, as well as some other charges that they were getting hit with that they weren't aware of. They improved their processes, and they literally cut their accessorial charges in half, just using invoice analytics. But that wasn't the end of their journey. So from there, if you go over to the next slide, they started using our audit services. In fact, our audit services more than funded the subscription and our engagement with them to start giving them advice and direction on their contracts. So they were able to get refunds from the carriers from things that were in their bill and they weren't aware of, bringing in additional dollars, as well as then they engage our advisory services and we address their contract. So I always say fix the things that you can fix in-house that you're doing to yourself, then address some of the things that the carriers are doing to you, and that includes audit, and address your contract. So using our advisory services, they went ahead and negotiated a better contract and saved 31% on their total annual parcel spend, which, at the time when they're competing with overseas manufacturing and foreign manufacturing in a very competitive space, they're watching every nickel and dime, and Parcel BI really helped them maximize their margin on product, reduce their bottom line costs, and stay more competitive in the market, and really put them in a position ahead of COVID to deal with the COVID situation more effectively. They were less at risk, and they continue to manage their costs today, and it's really impacting their success.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. And, you mentioned that they had started this pre-COVID, and it really just set them up for that success. And we saw it in the images. You walked us through it, and it's very clear how much this helped the manufacturer that we're talking about. So thank you for sharing that story with us a little bit. And, if that's you're sitting here listening to the story and you're thinking, wow, this is what we need, you're going to want to get in contact with Guy and his team. So you can either give them a call to ask any questions or get started with the software. You can also explore online to learn a little bit more at parcelbi.com. Thanks again, Guy.
Sign up for a demo. Thanks, Alicia.